Imagine being too sick to work, but your bills are still clocking in every day like loyal employees. Rent due, lights due, water due, groceries due. Meanwhile, Social Security is still reviewing paperwork from what feels like three presidential administrations ago. Welcome to Insurance Therapy with Sasha, where we talk about the money fears people actually live through. Before we get started, don't forget to like, share, and follow for more tips, real life stories, and conversations that help you protect your income, your family, and your future. Today, we're talking about Social Security disability, who may qualify, why people get denied, what to do after a denial, and why some people fight for years before getting approved. This episode is for educational purposes only and is not legal, financial, medical, or Social Security advice. Let's clear up the biggest misconception first. A lot of people think, I'm sick, so I should qualify. Not necessarily. Social Security isn't asking, are you sick? They're asking, can you still work? To qualify, your condition generally must prevent you from doing substantial work and be expected to last at least 12 months or result in death. That's why some people with serious conditions still get denied. And that's where the frustration begins. Let's talk about Manuel. Manuel was a carpenter. His job required strength, balance, focus, and stamina. Then his health declined, heart problems, mental health challenges, other medical issues. Eventually, he couldn't work anymore. So he applied for Social Security disability. Denied. Appealed. Denied. Appealed. Denied. Appealed. 5 denials. At this point, Manuel knew those forms better than some people's family members. Meanwhile, life kept happening. Bills kept coming. His wife became the sole provider. She carried the household while they waited, and waited, and waited. The hardest part? Some of the delays weren't because he wasn't disabled. They were paperwork issues, missing information, technicalities, documentation problems, the kind of stuff that makes you want to throw a printer out a window. Eventually, the process became bigger than what Manuel could handle on his own. It was out of his hands. After multiple denials and years of navigating the system, he hired an attorney to help manage the case, gather the necessary documentation, address the technical issues, and guide him through the appeals process. That decision made a difference. After 4 years of appeals, corrections, paperwork, legal assistance, and persistence, Manuel was finally approved. 4 years! That's why understanding this process matters. Why people get denied. 1. Not enough medical evidence. Social Security wants proof. Medical records, doctor notes, test results, treatment history, mental health records. They need evidence showing exactly how your condition affects your ability to work. Not just what's wrong with you, but what you can no longer do. 2. They think you can still work. This surprises a lot of people. You may not be able to do your old job, but Social Security may decide you can do another job. That's why documenting your limitations is critical. Can you sit, stand, focus, follow instructions, show up consistently? Those details matter. 3. Your condition doesn't meet the time requirement. Generally, Social Security expects the condition to last at least 12 months or be expected to result in death. If recovery is expected sooner, approval may be harder. 4. Paperwork problems. This one gets people all the time. Missed deadlines, missing forms, incomplete records, missed appointments. One missing document can create months of delays. Social Security paperwork is not the place for, I know it's around here somewhere. Get organized. Keep copies of everything. 5. Mental health isn't properly documented. Mental health conditions absolutely count, but they must be documented. Treatment records, diagnoses, medication history, therapy notes. evidence showing how symptoms affect daily life and work. Mental health is real health. The paperwork needs to show it. What to do after a denial? First, don't panic. A denial is not always the end. Read the letter. Find out why you were denied. Pay attention to deadlines. Then appeal if appropriate. Many successful claims were denied first. Manuel was denied 5 times before approval. And eventually, he realized he needed professional help because the process had become too complicated to manage alone. Hiring an attorney helped him navigate the system and continue fighting his case. The key is responding quickly and staying organized. And if the process becomes overwhelming, consider speaking with a qualified disability attorney or representative. Sometimes, the difference between approval and denial is how the case is presented. Conclusion. Here's the truth. A denial doesn't automatically mean you don't qualify. Sometimes it means more documentation is needed, more evidence is needed, an appeal is needed, professional help is needed. Manuel's story proves one thing: persistence matters. 5 denials, 4 years. An attorney stepping in when the process became too much to handle alone. 1 approval. If you're going through this process right now, stay organized, keep your records, meet your deadlines, and don't give up too soon. Because sometimes the difference between denied and approved is simply continuing the fight and getting the right help when you need it. This episode is for educational purposes only. Always consult Social Security, a qualified attorney, or another professional regarding your specific situation. Thank you for joining me on Insurance Therapy with Sasha. And if you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, share, and follow so more people can get the information they need. Until next time, protect your income, protect your family, and take care of yourself.